If it cuts out again, I'm not going to do this. It's just probably my USB. I have a new camera up there. I'll probably use it next time. That's really pissing me off. It really is. I know all the connections. I know all the secret computer settings, but it still does it anyways. So I'm going to continue. Who can wage war against the beast? So that did happen. A double fulfillment, probably. Let's go with number one. And I'm not going to go through all the translation and all this. Trump can also equate to like a trumpeter or a horn, okay? The little horn. Daniel saw a little horn. Trump's name, very obvious. He was born in 1946 on a total lunar eclipse. That's a big sign. His mother is Mary, and his grandmother Elizabeth Christ. A mockery of Mary, Jesus, and the moment Mary and Elizabeth met and the babies jumped in the womb, like John and Jesus leapt in the womb. His New York City tower is 666 feet tall. The Wikipedia is not correct. The architect came out and admitted it. I saw it on the video. I saw the person that had on their social media. He lives on the 66th floor, although it's not 66th. If you measure it up, it is the 66th floor because of the atrium that they have. But it's on purpose. 666 on the top, 666 on the middle, and on the bottom. So he lives on the 66th floor. From the 6th floor to the 12th, and across and out, 666. And it's a big as above, so below triangle. The Freemason one. Go look at his building. Go look at the huge symbol. He's saying, I am satanic. If you can't see that, there's nothing I can do to make you see that. And I don't have time to make a long video like showing you all, and I have made them. His building alone tells us who he is. And if you think, no, it's 663 feet tall, then why is it he's on the 66th floor and he does a 666 triangle? That is detailed, man. I don't know what else you would want to know who's a Satan worshiper. So mega, what does mega mean? Go to thechurchofsatan.com. Look up hierarchy under affiliates, or affiliates under hierarchy. Highest position is mega. He's a high priest, priestess. They're showing us outwardly who they are. You don't think these are biblical signs? We're supposed to look out for 666. Do you think the last horrific administration were bumbling fools for 4 years because they were incompetent? Of course not. It's called the Hegelian dialect. It was done to usher in the beast. The beast. America at the helm, Donald Trump. I think America has 800 military bases around the world. I need to say no more. Their hats reveal scripture. Trump 45, 47. 4 plus, so add them up. 4 plus 5 is 9. 7 plus 4 is 11. 9, 11. You hear that a lot, right? And then you also building 7 and all those things. You better believe they were set up. Now go to Revelation 9:11. And they had a king over them on the bottomless pit. And his name was Apollyon or Abaddon. Break that up. Abaddon. I don't know. You take your pick if you think God is showing us and giving us humor. Also on the hat, it also breaks down to, you know this. You know where it says the beast that was, is not, and yet is. If you match Trump 45 to Biden to back to Trump, I believe that is the fulfillment. The beast that was, he was in power, is not, he was out of power and came back. Both of them, both of his wins were astronomical odds against. They were. And this is also mixed with Israel, too. There's something I'm not going to read there. The 7 mountains. It's Israel, where our Lord was crucified. So maybe that is important. Who are the 7 kings? Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Persia, Medes, Greece, Rome, British Empire, and the United States. It says, where did I put this down? You know where it says I have to see the scripture. There are also 7 kings, 5 have fallen, 1 is. So 5 have fallen. It was John speaking. So 5 had fallen before him. 1 is Rome, which he was in. And then there are 2 more. And when he comes, he must continue a short time. The beast that was is himself also the 8th, and is of the 7th, and is going to perdition. The United States came from the British Empire, and those were the 2 ones after. In 2023, the Jews gave a huge dinner for Trump, and gave him a silver crown, and they were wondering, is this guy the Messiah? And now a lot of them believe he is, because of numerology, but because of other things. Jesus said, "You reject me, but when he comes in his own name, you will accept." No man has branded his name more than Donald Trump. His own name. He's got over, 1,000 products with his name on it. And Jesus makes a very clear distinction that he's going to come in his own name. He has his name on buildings, streets, bridges, just like steaks and bottled water, and man, he has Donald Trump trading cards. Go research it. He asked for these designs. He asked for them. Each card has him riding on, so you're going to have to look this up and find it. He's riding on the horses of Revelation with scales and swords in his hand. It's Revelation, it's nothing else. He's riding on the colored horses. Who can wage war with the beast? Nobody really can, but because they're scared of his retribution. Not to say no one won't. Actually, one of the only countries pushing him away is Canada. As above, so below hand signals that he's been giving for many, many years. I watch breakdowns of people doing videos about that. It's on purpose. You saw his son do it on video too. So him, Musk, and others, they show it in person on video. This is who they are. Why would you willingly ignore that? He's on the Epstein list, and he's his best friend. Suddenly not, though. He is number 1 on that list, and they will not release it because of you-know-what. It starts with a P. So why do you like him so much after that? He wins by flattery and prospers by deceit, as Daniel said. He can be flattered easily and flatter to deceive the nations. He tells half-truths and makes truth fall to the ground. People do track his words, and he lies constantly. He fights in court anyone who challenges him to shut them up. How many court cases and lawsuits has Trump been in? I believe it's up to like 2,500. I'm not kidding you. And I watched a documentary on that. So it's definitely over 2,000 lawsuits. I believe it's like 2,500. He was just given a golden crown by Korea and the Jews in 2023. So he's given a gold and a silver crown. Israel has a 99% approval rate of Donald Trump. I don't know what it is lately, but that wasn't a long time ago. Truth Social is an oxymoron because he lies so much. The Bible says he will make truth fall to the ground. He's on TV saying inflation has stopped, or it's gone down a lot. The things he's saying to you are lies. You're being deceived. Nothing has gone down. If anything, it's gone up. It's the same in Canada. That's where I am. He's building a new ballroom without permission. You saw what he did. And he tore down a whole wing of the White House for a $300 million while America is starving, like the SNAP benefits, and they're doing it so they can get their way while they make people starve. This isn't the guy who said he was going to help people, and you know it, with hyperinflation or just inflation. He's the Antichrist. He said on the news, I am building this ballroom, not for 1,000 people, but 999. You get it? 666. They reverse things. You know what that means or should. It's 666. So listen to this. It's not a ballroom, but a Baal room. Baal. They worship Baal. He is now ordering to build, the same as in Paris, the Arc de Triomphe. Do you know what that is? That's the entrance to Baal. You can still see the pillars of Baal today. They're still, I forget where they are, but those rooms, you can still see them. So it's not the ballroom, it's the Baal room. And it has a checkered floor, which is Freemasonry. Go research that. Man, how much stuff do I have to tell you before you believe me? No man is ever presented with the array of evil this man does. He is boastful beyond words, magnifies himself above everyone, and bullies the rest. Palantir with NVIDIA. He is in sync with all the tech moguls and Palantir. This is what he cares about. He's like, we're doing so much business, right? We're doing so much business because you're doing it with the top people, and you don't give a shit about the people below. You're just making deals with the highest war and Department of War and stuff. You know who this man is. Sorry. He magnifies himself. So Palantir with NVIDIA. How about this? He's in sync with all the tech moguls, and Palantir is a precognition crime social credit system built behind America's back while distracting us elsewhere with 3i Atlas and such. No man shall buy or sell save he who has the mark. The EU, I just saw on a video today, I would have to search myself, but I believe the person who said it. They're not accepting any people from America to go over there unless they have a digital ID. I'm not kidding you. This is where we are. So they're building Palantir. Well, remember Doge? You don't think they went and got all your information? We know Revelation 13 is coming. Digital IDs are now being presented in every single country, are being considered with test trials already completed. This will occur soon. All election promises were not completed, and the U.S. knows it. When was the last time you saw 7 million people on the streets of the United States protesting No Kings rally, and there were peaceful people there? I know there are not good stuff going on. 7 million people. When was the last time you saw that many? They will come as an angel of light, and it's no wonder their workers they look like their righteousness. He honors a God of fortresses and knows nothing else or understands nothing more than being on top and power, but he fools many because he's an angel of light. He cares about like gold-plated rooms and huge pictures of Apollo. And then how about Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, who bought 666 Pennsylvania Avenue for the biggest real estate deal to that time, and probably still, for a building. 1.8 billion, 600 million, 600 million, 600 million, 666. This is what they do. It's not about money. So who is Jared Kushner? He's the architect of this Abraham Accords. But in Daniel, it doesn't say who's going to be. It just says he, and he shall make a covenant. That's all it says. So we got two people, Jared and Donald. They're both in it. They're both in it. He meets every qualification of the Antichrist, and people cannot see it. It's just crazy. But I pray for you. At what point do you question the reality of this inhuman being? What will it take for God to show you more than this? Go look. He sanctioned a gold foil bill, both 100 and thousands, to be made and sold. And the Trump gold foil bill. So go on Google Images. I found it the first time. Go to the building side of the bill and go look on the bottom right corner. 666. Why? You're not even questioning it at all? You don't think he wanted that? You think someone just did that? I think not. Gold foil bill 666. I believe some of them may not, so keep searching. I found it the first time. This one's, what's his limo's name? The Beast. Yes, it was before. It still is. This one is big. A few years back, he broke one of the biggest laws of the Bible and made his own Bible with his name on the Constitution infused in it, and he made $300,000 on the Bible. Not only that, but Revelation says that any person who adds to this book, meaning the Bible, will receive the plagues of this book. He comes in the name of Christ, but cannot tell you anything about it. So he doesn't believe he needs to be forgiven for anything. I've seen it, okay? I've seen everything. Yeah. Of course he's going to come as someone that's going to be tremendously, he's going to be able to fool you. He's going to believe in Jesus Christ. He will say he does. And it's that simple. But you have to look at the fruits. Listen, man. That saying, you know them by their fruits. Angels of light can give fruits. I'm sorry to say, but they can appear. How else are they going to trick you? So, he is as fake comes. In the 1990s, I believe it was the 90s, he called in like Forbes 100, richest men or something. I forget the name of the magazine. And he pretended to be someone else speaking for Trump, saying, oh, he is beyond rich, and was attempting to insert himself in that magazine because he honors gold and fortress. This isn't a joke. You can find it on YouTube. The tape is out there. You can hear him. He's a liar and a manipulator. He is the manipulator of manipulators, powered by Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Why does he prosper so much? He is the like of Satan. He is envious, proud, boastful, rude, disgusting, and perverted. Epstein. You don't want to accept it because you like him too much. I was in that boat where I thought, hey, I like the way he's saying these things to other countries who are not, who are acting up, not doing good things. But, man, I'm telling you, he's not a good person. Trump's brother was cast out of the family for not wanting to take part in the family business. I think his name was Fred Trump. To become a pilot. And Trump called him a glorified taxi driver. The brother died of alcoholism in his 40s, but had a daughter, Mary Trump, who is now a psychologist and has her own YouTube channel, and she diagnoses him as NPD. That's what she says. If anyone in the family would know, and she knows stories, of course she does. So okay, you're going to have to search this part yourself, but has been in no less than 2,500 lawsuits. That's what I looked up. That's what it said. When he's accused of something, this is the documentary I saw, it was non-bias. I remember that. At the beginning he said non-bias. There's many videos that I can't just give you off the cuff. When he's accused of something, he lawyers up. Epstein's best friend, who mysteriously died with much information. He is the man of sin, the worthless shepherd, the man of perdition spoken of, and he isn't done yet. Of any man on earth, he would say, I am God. And the Jews have it set up for him already whenever they build that temple, whatever deal this Abraham Accords will be. When he says that, wrath will begin. Most people believe that. Paul says he will sit in the temple of God and say he's God. The real rapture is at seal 6. His wrath is come, and who can stand? Have you seen the movie The Omen? So I was a horror movie fan, science fiction. I love that fantasy stuff. In The Omen, Damien Thorne was the child's name. He's like 12 years old in that, and he's the Antichrist. And his father, who played the cyborg in the movie Alien, the first one, that guy, he says to his son in that movie, and they're in a military camp, and he says, "You are the Antichrist," and he hands him the book, the Bible, and says, "Read Revelation. That's about you. Learn about yourself." That movie was about 20 years off of Donald Trump going to a military camp. I'm telling you, they did that on purpose. It mirrors it. And from what I hear and from what I saw, he was the leader in there of whatever it was, military cadets, and it was a violent school. Both their initials, DT, Damien Thorne, Donald Trump. The power of Satan is behind this man, not of himself. Remember that, it's not of himself. Now my video cut off and I just want to make one, so I'm going to read this here. Give me a sec. Oh, my poor rabbit. It just boggles my mind how people can't see this. It really does. Like, they're undecided. Like, here's the guy that's doing everything the Antichrist is supposed to do. I don't get what you don't understand. Do you know Tom Horn? And this is what I said and it cut off. His biggest interest was Apophis, an asteroid coming on April 13th, 2029. That's Friday the 13th. So it's roughly 3.5 years away. He believed it matched Wormwood, and so do I. I believe it wholeheartedly. And they say in 3.5 years it's only going to come. It's going to come under the satellites. It weighs approximately 200 times more than an aircraft carrier, the biggest aircraft carrier. 30 million metric tons, 20 or 30, and it's as long as a 140-story building and 120 stories wide. Can you imagine? And it matches the times that we're in. I do believe that one is. 3i Atlas is a lie, though. But he died, and he didn't get to see this. And I don't know if I don't know what it cut off or whatever, but I believe I was the first person to make a video who noticed, I'm sure other people noticed, that he said Trumpet 1, Wormwood, or whatever hits the Earth then in Trumpet 1 is the midpoint, or roughly the midpoint. So he said count back 3.5 years to get tribulation. I forgot to do it, off by about 5 days, but when I realized, I calculated, he died, he never got to see it. He was right. It landed on the day that they signed the covenant. What everyone's questioning is it the covenant, the peace covenant, and Sheik Egypt. It landed on that day, 3.5 years, like he said to calculate. I calculated October 13th. 3.5 years, man. I believe that was the start of tribulation when he signed that. Nothing will fool me otherwise. That is the Daniel 9:27 covenant. All the leaders of the world were there. Not everyone has signed it as ongoing thing, but they began the signing right then, on October 13th, of all places in Egypt, because Apophis is the god of destruction and chaos of Egypt. And they were in Egypt. Count 3.5 years back. You can test my spirit. Unbelievable. What are the mathematical and biblical odds of that? So I don't know what I said when it cut off. I don't know where I was. Daniel spoke of a little horn, a vile, blasphemous man foretold through the oldest of scriptures. Listen, I am better than you. I'm better. I can make this better than you. I understand this in no way that you do. This is the way he does. He bullies people. He calls people names until they wear out. And he will wear out the saints. And they followed the beast after his wound was healed. You know what that was. That was the fulfillment. There's probably another one too. And I know all the other theories, but there are no coincidences. This is the man of sin. Trumpet, horn, little horn. Born in 1946 on a total lunar eclipse. His mother Mary and his grandmother Elizabeth Christ. A mockery of Jesus. Jesus in the moment Mary and Elizabeth met with the babies jumped in the womb. How tall is this building? 660 feet, 6 feet tall. I think I went through this, but I don't know. Lives on the 66th floor. Has an as above, so below 666 on his building for all these years. From the 6th floor to the 12th. So it goes up in a triangle, it goes out. It's 666 in the top of the building. 6, middle, 6. He said, you will know him by his name, Trump. No one brands his name more than Trump. His number is 666. What else do you need? I'm going to leave, if this fits, in the description box. Because I don't know what I did and didn't do. And I've been on this, it seems like, for an hour. I'll say this last one. I'll go through these. MAGA. What is MAGA? Go to thechurchofsatan.com. Look under affiliates and hierarchy. The highest position is MAGA, the highest priestess. MAGA. That hat that they wear, it is a satanic hat. I am dark MAGA. Trump 4547. Add those, each 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. 7 plus 4 is 11. 9/11. Now go read Revelation 9/11. And they had a king over them in the bottomless pit, and his name is Apollyon, or Abaddon. Abaddon. I don't know. Is that from God? I think there are no coincidences. The beast that was is not and yet is. Trump 45 was. Biden is not and yet is. He won against all odds in both because it's set up. I'm going to stop here, guys. Do you believe he's a P? You know what I mean? He's right on the top of the list. But why do you excuse it? And this is who you look up to. Listen, I just don't understand by now. See, it was about a year ago that I started to question it after my friend said that. And he was right. He was right on the money. I can't understand why Christians cannot see it now. I just don't get it. God bless, guys. Have a nice day. It's too bad I'm going to use a different camera next time. You see what they're building. Digital IDs are coming? Certainly. Evil is over this world. It has been for a long time. But things are coming to fruition. The things that they're planning are just... Inflation definitely has not gone down. And all they really care... They don't. You see what they did with the SNAP benefits? Of what that would have done to a lot of people, or did? The middle and the lower man is suffering. They are. And all the deals that he's doing are just with like weapon companies and just top electronic companies. Everything that he did was by deceit about getting into the presidency. He tricked you. He tricked you. And he's not doing any of the things. He's doing the very opposite. And he's the very opposite of Jesus Christ.